Good morning, children. We have studied about transport and communication sector of India. Transport and communication sector of India. About that we have to learn. Transport and communication sector of India. About that we have to study now. What is the meaning of transport and communication field of India? Now we have to study about Indian Railways. We have to learn about the railway system of India. Railway. In the beginning, when British people came to India, railway system was not there in India. We don't have railway system when the British people came to the land of India. There was no railways. But during 1853 period, Dalhousie, Lord Dalhousie introduced the first railway line in the land of India. During 1853. Who was Dalhousie? That I had told you. Several times I had told you. Dalhousie was the Governor General of India for a very long time. From Bombay to Thane, he introduced the railway line in India. Bombay to Thane. He introduced the railway line. The idea of Dalhousie was not to develop the land of India. They were in need of which one? They were in need of railway line to take raw materials from Bombay port to other areas. They were in need of selling finished goods from India to Bombay seaport. For them, railway lines were quite necessary for the British people. Understand now? That is the real specialty of railway line of India. Indian railway line. Then Indian railway is the biggest public sector undertaking. Indian railway is the biggest public sector undertaking in the land of India. Indian railway line is the biggest public sector undertaking in India. Indian railway is the biggest employer in the land of India. What is the meaning of employer and employee? That I had told you more than 10,000 million crore time I told you. What is the meaning of employer? Employer is the person who is giving job to other people. Employer. Employee is the person who is working under employer. That is employee. Indian Railway is the biggest public sector undertaking in India, and Indian Railway is the biggest employer in the land of India. So, railway is known as the vehicle of common man. It is a vehicle of common man. Indian Railway is known as a vehicle of common man because by spending a small amount of money, by spending a small amount of money, one person can travel from one place to another place. Then water transport. Water transport is another important type of transport in the land of India. Water transport. Inland waterways are there. Inland. Inland waterways. Inland. What is that? Some canals of India, some rivers of India are suitable for navigation. That is known as inland waterways. Inland waterways also have developed in the land of India. Inland waterways. Inland waterways also have developed in the land of India. Then ocean waterways. Ocean waterways. What is the ocean waterways? We are sending our foreign items through ship from India to other countries through sea only. So, about 70% of India's foreign trade we are conducting through sea transport or ocean transport. Ocean transport is an important type of transport, water transport that has developed in the land of India. Ocean transport. Ocean transport is an important type of water transport that developed in the land of India. Ocean waterways. Ocean transport. It is an important type of transport that has developed in the land of India. So what I told you, another type of transport of India is known as water transport. Water transport is an important type of transport that developed in the land of India. Railway transport. Railway is an important type of transport that developed in the land of India. Before the arrival of British people, railway transport was not there in the land of India. Before the British people, railway transport was not at all developed in the land of India before the Britishers. During 1853 period, Lord Dalhousie introduced the first railway system in the land of India from Bombay to Thane. The first railway system was introduced in the land of India by Lord Dalhousie. Then, Indian Railway is the biggest public sector undertaking in India. Indian Railway is the biggest public sector undertaking in the land of India. Indian Railway. Indian Railway is the biggest employer in the land of India. Employer. I told you what is the meaning of employee and employer. Employer is the person who is giving job to other people. Employer. Employee is the person who is working under the employer. So, Indian Railway is giving job or employment chances to millions of people of India. And Indian Railway is known as the vehicle of the poor man. Indian Railway has been known as the vehicle of the poor man in India. Water transport. There are two types of transport in the land of India. Two types of transport. Inland waterways and inland. Inside the land of India, people can move from one place to another place through river or pond. Ocean waterways are the ocean waterways. What is the meaning of ocean waterways? We have think. Ocean waterways. What is the meaning of ocean waterways? we can move from one side of India to another part of the world through ocean or sea. About 70% of India's foreign trade is carried on through ocean waterways. Port of India, important port of India, west coast side, west coast side. At the west coast side of India, there are so many ports. What are the major ports at the west coast side of India that we have seen? Kandla Port, Kandla Port is there in the land of Gujarat. Kandla Port is there in the land of Gujarat, Kandla. We know that Gujarat is one of the well-developed industrial areas of India. Gujarat. Surat, especially Surat and Ahmedabad, they are the well-developed industrial areas of Gujarat. So, in Gujarat, one important seaport is there. That is known as which one? That is known as Kandla Port. It is through the Kandla Port that raw materials are being brought to the state of Gujarat. It is through the Kandla Port that, it is through the Kandla Port that Gujarat people are selling their produced items to the foreign countries. Kandla Port. Another one is Mumbai Port. Mumbai. Mumbai Port is another important port of India. Mumbai Port is an important port of India. It is known as the gateway of India. Gateway of India. Gateway of India. Gateway of India. The biggest port of India is known as Mumbai Port. The biggest port of India is known as Mumbai Port. It is known as the gateway of India during the olden days. Now also geographers and scientists are calling this as the gateway of India because majority of the raw materials which has to be used by Indians is coming to India from foreign countries to India through Mumbai Port. And it is through Mumbai Port that we are selling the produced items from India to foreign countries. So, Mumbai Port is known as the gateway of India. Jawaharlal Nehru Port. Jawaharlal Nehru Port. This also is the land of Mumbai Port. there in Mumbai port. More and more rush is there in Mumbai port. To reduce the rush, in order to reduce the rush, Jawaharlal Nehru port has been made by the central government of India in Mumbai city only. They made in Mumbai city only. Then what is that? When this Jawaharlal Nehru port has been made, the rush in Mumbai area has been reduced. There is one specialty. Marma Goa. Marma Goa is there in the land of Goa state. What is the speciality of Goa? You and me know very well. What is the meaning or what is the speciality of Goa? Goa is known as the tourist state of India. The smallest state of India is known as Goa. In the size of total land area, Rajasthan is the biggest state of India. Rajasthan. In the case of total land area, Goa is the smallest state of India. So many years before, it was a union territory of India. Now, Goa is a state. Marma Goa is the state of Goa. Then, New Mangalore Fort. New Mangalore Fort. New Mangalore Fort. New Mangalore Fort is in the state of Karnataka, in the city of Mangalapuram or Mangalore. It is known as the gate of Karnataka, New Mangalore Port. It is through New Mangalore Port that raw materials and other items are coming to India from foreign countries. It is through New Mangalore Port that we are selling our items to the foreign countries. That is the real speciality of New Mangalore Port. Kochi Port is the Kochi. Kochi. Kochi Port. Kochi Port is known as the tune of Arabian Sea. It is in the state of Kerala. It is through Kochi Port that essential items are coming to the state of Kerala and Kochi. These are the ports which are there in the west coastern side of India. These are the ports which are coming to the west coastern side of India. What are the major ports which are there on the west coast side of India? Again we have there. First one is Kandla Port. Kandla Port is there in the state of Gujarat. Kandla Port. Kandla is there in the state of Gujarat. Gujarat area. We know that Gujarat is one of the well-developed industrialized states of India. Then Mumbai Port. Mumbai Port is known as the gateway of India because majority of the raw materials which are necessary for India is coming to India through Mumbai Port. And finished goods we are sending to foreign countries through Mumbai Port. Jawaharlal Nehru Port also is in Mumbai area or in Maharashtra state. More rush is there in the Mumbai Port. To reduce the rush, Central Government of India made another port in Mumbai known as Jawaharlal Nehru Port. Marma Goa Port know that Goa is a tourist state of India. So, for the development of Goa, central government started Marmo Goa port. New Mangalore port. New Mangalore port is the land of Mangalore or Mangalore. Then, New Mangalore port is known as the gate of Karnataka state. Essential items are coming to Karnataka state through New Mangalore port. And finished goods we are selling through New Mangalore port. Cochin port. Cochin port is in the state of Karnataka, in the state of Kerala. It is located in the Arabian Sea. Kochi is known as the queen of Arabian Sea. Dear children, now we have to study about the eastern side of India. Eastern side of India. East-west side of India. East-west. What are the major ports which are the eastern side of India, eastern coast of India? Tuticorin, Tuticorin port is one of the oldest port of India. It is in the land of Tamil Nadu. It is one of the oldest port of Tamil Nadu, is known as Tuticorin. To the land of Tamil Nadu, raw materials are coming from other countries through Tuticorin port. And it is through the Tuticorin port that Tamil Nadu government is sending, the Tamil Nadu industrial people are sending their finished goods to the foreign countries. Then Chennai port, Chennai. Chennai port. Chennai port is one of the oldest ports in the land of India. One of the oldest ports of India. And this port also is having a very big harbour also. Harbour. So, Chennai port is known as one of the oldest ports of India, and it is also one of the oldest one in India also. Then, Ennur port, Ennur. Ennur port also is in the land of Tamil Nadu. It is located in the land of Chennai. Ennur port. Because now I told about Chennai port. More rush is there in Chennai port. More rush. In order to reduce the rush, Central Government of India made Ennur Port. Ennur Port. Ennur Port is in Tamil Nadu, the land of Chennai. With the arrival of Ennur Port, rush in Chennai Port has been reduced. Visakhapatnam is another port. Vizag. Visakhapatnam is another port which is in the land of AP or Andhra Pradesh. Visakhapatnam port is known as one of the most important port of South India. The lighthouse of Visakhapatnam port is world famous. If you are standing at the lighthouse, we can see that from kilometers away from also, ships can be seen. Why? The lighthouse of Visakhapatnam port. Now Visakhapatnam is known as Vizag. Vizag or Visakhapatnam is known as one of the well-developed ports of India. One of the well-developed, well-planned, made port of India is known as the port of Vizag. Paradip. Paradip is an important port of India. It is located in the state of Odisha. We know that Odisha also is one of the well-developed states of India. Odisha government is importing necessary raw materials from foreign countries through Paradip port. They are sending their finished goods through Paradip port. Then another port is known as Port Blair. Another important port is known as Port Blair Port. It is located in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Dear children, once more I will tell you, what are the important ports which are there on the eastern side of India, eastern side of India? These ports can be seen at the eastern side of India. What are the important or major ports which are there on the eastern side of India we are studying? Tuticorin is an important port which is there at the eastern side of India. It is located in the state of Tamil Nadu. In the case of industrial development, in the case of world trade and commerce, Tamil Nadu is ranking far ahead as compared to other states of South India. Then, Tuticorin Fort is one of the important, oldest port of South India. Chennai Port. There is no doubt that Chennai Port is the oldest one in South India. Not only that, Chennai Port is one of the oldest one in India also. That is Chennai Port. This is one of the oldest one in India also. That is known as Chennai Port. It is through the Chennai Port that Tamil Nadu government is bringing necessary raw materials and other items from foreign countries. And it is through Chennai Port that Chennai government is sending, or Chennai industrial people are sending finished goods to other countries. Ennur Port is another port of Tamil Nadu. Ennur Port. What is the speciality of Ennur Port? That we have seen. what is the real speciality of Indore port, then we have to think. Nowadays, Chennai port is one of the oldest port of India. But in Chennai port, what is that? More rush is there in Chennai port. More rush is there in Chennai port. In order to reduce the rush of Chennai port, Central Government of India made another port in Chennai known as Ennur port. This is actually a branch of Chennai port. This has been made to reduce the rush in Chennai port. Visakhapatnam port, nowadays Vizag or Visakhapatnam. Vizag or Visakhapatnam is known as one of the well-developed port in the world also. Vizag or Visakhapatnam is a well-developed industrialized area of Andhra Pradesh. The lighthouse of Visakhapatnam port is world famous. If you are standing on the lighthouse, we can see that from thousands of kilometers away also, ships are coming to Vizag Harbor or port. Paradeep is another port in Odisha state. Nowadays I told you that Odisha is one of the well-developed, industrially matured state of India. So, through Paradeep port, Odisha government is bringing necessary items from foreign countries. And Odisha manufacturers and industries are sending finished goods to foreign countries through Paradeep port. Then, Port Blair. Port Blair is another port of Western India. It is Port Blair, another port of east-western side of India. Port Blair is situated in the Andaman Nicobar Islands. I told you several times that India do have two types of island groups. What is an island also I have told you children several times. A piece of land is four sides are covered with water is known as island. A piece of land is only three sides are covered with water. One side is land area. That is known as peninsula. India is a peninsula. India do have two groups of islands. One is Arabian Sea Islands. Understand?